Hello, this is Ashee from Crafting with Ashee and welcome to this card making tutorial. Today we are making this lovely diamond stepper card. As you can see here, it says Autumn Wishes and then it steps up like that. It's really pretty. So this one uses mainly, this colour here is, I can't remember what this colour is, Pretty Peacock, there we go, it's Pretty Peacock. The one we're going to do today is going to be some cherry cobbler. So we're going to do some scoring. So let me bring in my trimmer. And remember, the scoring is the light grey blade, the cutting is the dark grey. Now this is a whole half sheet of A4 cardstock, cut in half on the short end at 10.5 centimetres. And we're going to be doing, as I said, some scoring. So we are going to score at 3 centimetres. So let's measure that. 3 centimetres, 6 centimetres, 14 centimetres, and 22 centimetres. There we go. And that is all of our scoring done. So let's get rid of the trimmer now. Okay, and then we're just going to fold on these score lines. So let's just do this. And I'm going to fold each score line both ways to get it really working well. So let's do that. Now you'll see the way this is going to come together. There you go. You can see here from this one here how it's going to come. You've got this one, and then you've got that one, and then you've got that one. Okay. So we're going to do some sticking. Let me find my pieces here. I've cut out 3 squares of cherry cobbler, and I should have 3 squares of designer series paper as well. Yeah, here they are. And this is the Elegant Pines Snowflake designer series paper, and you could choose whichever side you want, but I'm going to go for this side. We're just going to stick these down. Now all these measurements will be on the blog post, and you can find a link to that in the description box below, so there's no need to worry about having all these measurements now. They're all listed and linked there for you. Okay, and we're going to have 3 little squares are going to be our diamonds. I think this glue's had it. Let's get another one out. Yeah, much better. I haven't got time to struggle with the other one. It's nearing the end of its go away. I don't think there's anything left in it. Okay, so there we've got those pieces. I just realised I missed out a scoring score line. I thought it looked a bit funny, and I just had to double check. So we're going to score again at 10 centimetres. So it should be, the scoring should be 3, 6, 10, 14 and 22. Okay, and that makes everything perfect. So let's fold on that additional score line we've just put in, and then you'll see everything should fold up really nicely like that and give everything a nice, and you can see it folds into a really small little card. So let's stick down some paper here. Right, so we're going to have here for our first piece here on the back. Okay, so I've stuck down 2 of them to save time, and here we can stick down the last one together. The last piece of paper gone missing, so I just had to search for it. But you can see there we're going to stick it at the front. That's clever. And then you'll see it folds into a really small little card. So let's stick down some paper here. Right, so we're going to have here for our first piece here on the back. Okay, so I've stuck down 2 of them to save time, and here we can stick down the last one together. The last piece of paper gone missing, so I just had to search for it. But you can see there we're going to stick it at the front. That's clever. give it a pinch. You can see we're going to stick it at the front of our stepper so it will look like that. Okay, so now we're going to take our squares here, and I'm going to start with my smallest one, I think, and I want it to be roughly in the centre, so I'm only going to put glue on the very bottom point here, not a lot as you can see, and then I'm going to position it where I want it. Give it a really good pinch so it takes. You can see from the back that's how it looks. Then we're going to move on to our second piece here. And I want these pieces, if possible, to line up, the points to line up. So again, I'm only going to put glue on the bottom portion here of our piece. Give it a good press down, and you can see here our points line up, and you can see how it looks when it stands up. Now I've just realised something, I've made a boo-boo with that one. I should have used the second largest size. This is what happens when you're not more time, more haste, less speed, as the saying goes. No harm done. Just put the right one in now. Okay, so there we go. Again, points line up, and then this last one here. Make sure you put it where we had that glue. And for this one, I'm going to put it so my points line up, but my points on the side also line up with the side of my card. So just like that, give it a good press down, give everything pressed down, and there you can see that's what we've got so far. That's how it looks. Okay, so now we're going to work on the decoration. So that's the basis of our stepper card. You could leave it like that, but we're going to do some decoration now. I used these dies. These are the Impressions Abloom dies, and I used it to cut out all of these florals and the foliage here. And then for the autumn wishes, I used Seasons. Let me see if I can find it here. Yes, here it is. Oh, sorry. Words of the Season dies for that one there. Okay. So let's set this aside, and I've cut everything up this time out of cherry cobbler. So we've got some flowers here and some flower centres, and then we've got our sentiment. I'm going to do our sentiment first to get it out the way and let it dry. So I'm just going to take my time here just to ease this out. Now I've cut this out of foil sheet, silver foil sheet, and just be careful because it is delicate, though it does come away when it happens like this. Don't think you've broken it. The M and the rest do come as two separate bits. I thought I'd broken it the first time I did it, but it isn't. It comes as two separate bits. And the same with the Christmas, with the autumn wishes. This time we're going to do Merry Christmas. Last time we did autumn wishes. So we need to find the C that's gone missing. We'll do it in a second. Here it is. Now just make sure all the bits that need to be poked out are poked out. So I'm just going to go through here. Everything looks fine there. I think it's just the Y there and the E. Okay, so this is our little point for our, don't lose this bit, the dot for the eye is minuscule, I promise you. So difficult to get hold of. But anyway, let's put this down. I'm going to use my tweezers for ease of use. So I'm not going to put much glue down, just a tiny amount. And then I'm going to put the Mary across here. So there we go, there's the M. And here's the rest of it. Okay. Fingers are sticking to everything. There's the Mary, and then we're going to put the Christmas down here. So just a small amount of glue. I'm just going to line that up. Whoopsie daisy, saying that I smudged everything. Ugh. There's some days where you just know things aren't going to go the way you want them to go. I think this is turning out to be one of those. Not the end of the world. And then Christmas. Okay, so got that down. I'm going to clear my decks a little bit to give myself some space. Here are my flowers, and there should be one more. Here they are. And here is all my florals. So now we're just going to stick our flower centers down. So I'm going to put a dot of glue in each flower center. And these have a little bit of a, when you die cut them, you can choose to add the extra embossed detail, or you can leave them be. But I've added the little embossed detail to the flower centres and also to the leaves of the flowers, because I think it really does add something. Okay. I think adding the white flower centres is very effective as well. We don't need those two. We don't need that. So let's start to arrange things how we might want them. I'm going to just be very quick and easy with this. I'm not going to put a lot of glue down, and I'm not going to spend ages figuring out placement. I think you can spend half a lifetime figuring out the placement and still not be happy. So I tend to go with almost where it lands. Going to add one there, I think. And let's see how it looks when it's standing up, but that's how it's going to look on the mantle, so that's the best way to see as far as I'm concerned. I'm going to put this one there. I think I like that. And then I'm just going to take a bit of greenery, a little bit of glue at the back, and just tuck these here and there. So that's a little bit here. Yeah, I think that's enough, as good as a feast. I'm not going to use all the greenery. I'm happy with the way that looks. So let's give this a final burnish to make sure everything is nicely folded. There you can see you've got that one, and there you can see you've got that one. What's that one doing, trying to hide his friend? Come back. So there you go. Let me put them down like this so you can see them a bit better. That is how you make a diamond stepper card. Here is one that says Merry Christmas, this one says Autumn Wishes. So I hope you've enjoyed this card making tutorial featuring the Elegant Pines Designer Series paper and the Impressions Abloom dies from Stampin Up. A very easy fun fold technique is a diamond stepper card. So if you wanted more information about the project, the supply list, the measurements, it's all on the blog post. And if you've enjoyed this video, I'd be grateful if you could hit that subscribe button and give it a big thumbs up. So thank you again, and until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye.